Welcome back to another video. This will regard a company which is very famous producing a motor vehicle. The most famous scooter of the world, you guessed it, the Vespa Piaggio. And obviously there were trade union elections, which they call it the RSU. And there are winners and losers, newcomers and so on. I think from Monday onwards the real social battle will begin, because the uncertainty, the atmosphere has been going around in various workshops and in the offices in HQ is very disturbing and concerning, depending how you interpreted the thing. Well, there was an article regarding Piaggio & Co. regarding the dividends which they give per share, and Piaggio number 4 in Italy after the banks for the highest dividends. And Stellantis is 7th place. Considering the shares of Stellantis are worth a lot more than Piaggio, because that of the Piaggio & Co. for some motive that goes up and down like a yo-yo. And information for the first 3 months, the number of sales of vehicles have drastically dropped. They say probably 90,000 less this year, and it's an indication how things bad are going in that company. And you've got to take into account this cut costing in various phases of production, logistic, assembly and so on. They are cutting, like, as they say in Italian, a l'osso, cutting to the bone, and costs. And the costs of the vehicles sold are higher, so it probably compensates for the volume of vehicles which are dropped in sales. And the problem is, it's not official, but it's well known in the company, they don't want to invest in Pontedera. Yes, the main heart of a multinational, which has various factories throughout the world and so on. And there is no new models in development. It's basically a recycle of old models, retouched, aesthetically speaking, but you know, the actual new model, there's nothing new. Regarding innovation and research, innovation and that stuff, zero. There's no investment. Where there's no investment, there is no future. So, people are not yet have come to terms with this reality and what impact it's going to have. There's talk already, cassa integrazione, in June. That means temporary layoff for a company like a Piaggio, which does a seasonal product of 2 wheels. That's peak production time. That's where the production is concentrated and the sales of vehicles are concentrated. That is bad news. I think it's more bad news than many years ago as well. Like probably mentioned, the discussion of la cassa integrazione zero ora. Temporary leave, when it expires the terms of the cassa integrazione zero ora, you get sacked. A company probably will have to cut costs and cut personnel, those which are considered a loss, and various parts of the production which is considered not profitable, they'll have to go. This is normal things in any type of company, big or small, and it's probably the only way to survive, or it makes it more appetizing for a future buyer, because the discussion of so-called dividends, a lot more higher than Stellantis, is incredible. But that's due to cutting costs, not paying workers the right wages. They have the same wages which they 5 years, 6 years or so years ago they get. No renewal of the contract. More extra workloads for workers to deal with without no type of compensation for it. There's one of those stratagems you can cut costs and to have higher dividends, blow up, inflate the price of the vehicles. I think there's an English term for that, doesn't come into mind. So this uncertainty only creates a green future who still works there. Probably they will we'll be calling people, if they have the right years contribution in retirement, I will call them up first. Like I said, it'll be normal cassa integrazione, and I probably will start with the procedure of cassa integrazione zero ora, because the way the things are going there is pretty bad. It's not due to the market itself. It's lost that competitiveness, that know-how to compete, how to produce products were very expensive with respect to the competitors, and this company's losing ground towards them. And this is especially regarding on the home markets, which traditionally this company kept good sales. There will be sacrifices to be asked from the workers, and the trade unions, they can't do that much. Probably they can ease a little bit the pain of the patient which is on a life support machine, and when you switch it off it will just die. Let's face it, folks, it's a dying company for many motives, and probably this econ may disappear, may end up in foreign hands like all companies, probably Chinese. We'll have to see, but don't expect anything good to come out. There will be a lot of sacrifices asked part of the company regarding cut of personnel, that's for sure. Probably make it appetise it to be sold off. There was words about it being sold off.